So say, for instance, with your children, and then you feel your guilt for what you've done or not done to help them in their life. Is there anything you really did to help or not help them that you should feel guilty about?
Well, you tell us.
Well, I certainly do, yeah.
From non-physical perspective, you provided an avenue for them into physical experience. And once they got here, their response to life is their response to life. And parents so much want to feather their nest, and we want so much for you to not feather their nest. We want you to do your best to come into alignment and then present to your children, no matter when you figure it out, an example of alignment. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could present to your children a stable being, someone who has discovered freedom? The only freedom that exists is the freedom of finding alignment and connection to that powerful source energy. The leverage that creates worlds is flowing through your fingertips, clear-minded and excited about life. Isn't that the example that you want to show to your children? Yeah. Someone who's tuned in and tapped in and turned on. And can you, in this moment, in this powerful now, when you meet you or you don't, in this powerful now where all of your power is, do you want to activate some negative memory and bring yourself to a place of regret so that you're presenting to your children right now someone disconnected from source who adores you and who adores them? You see? Once you accept that it doesn't matter what has happened, it doesn't matter where you've been, it doesn't matter what's been said, it only matters what you're offering vibrationally right here and now. You could have had a real riff with somebody who you've been arguing with for years, and you could stand in your powerful now, in alignment with who you are, holding them as your object of attention. It'll take some work too, because when you get tuned into who you really are, and then you bring a renegade into your consciousness, you come right back out of your vortex. In other words, you can't maintain the frequency of your source and be mad and remember those old things at the same time. So now you're making choices. Do I want to keep active within me the things that keep me separated from who I really am? Or do I want to practice myself into alignment with all that I am, and then from that standpoint hold you now as my object of attention? So you get tuned in, you practice the thoughts, you go general, you focus on other things, you get feeling better, you feel really good, and then you think of them, and it all goes away, because that vibration has a lot of momentum to it. It was a really big thing. You felt bad, they felt bad. But you don't want to be disconnected from source, and now you've got two choices. You can never think about them again and maintain your high frequency, or you can maintain your high frequency while you think about them. Well, with some people, maybe it's easier to never think of them again, but we don't know any of you who have ever been able to not ever think of them again, because something always happens. You hear music, something happens, you smell food, they show up at your house, things happen that make you think about them. And so if you've trained your vibration up into alignment with who you are, now you're free. Now you're free from the bondage of other people out there behaving in ways that take you out of your alignment. That's why you're so mad at all of them anyway. If you would just behave the way I need you to, I could just observe you, and in my observation I'd be tuned into source energy and I'd be really happy. But no, you won't, not you. You're gonna be off there suffering and getting sick. You could even die. You might leave me alone. So what you come to understand is the way you feel is completely about your choice. And if you don't believe us, it's only because you haven't practiced it. Because when you start practicing it, the evidence will surround you with such emphasis that you will never again wonder your power. And then you will begin living your life the way you intended when you came. You said, I'll come, I'll sift through, I'll pick from among it what I like best, and I'll focus there. And I'll use that as my point of focus, and I'll achieve vibrational alignment with that, and law of attraction will surround me with things like that. I will have manifestations, realizations, actualizations of that, and out of that there will be more variety, and then I will choose that. And at first I won't be a vibrational match to it, but I can bring myself into alignment with it. When you discover your ability to focus by feeling, thinking and feeling, within a very short period of time, you can clean up your vibration. You can bring yourself into alignment with who you are. and that perspective that we were talking about, you won't see the world as most of the people around you are seeing it. You'll be seeing the world through the eyes of Source. You'll know the potential. You know that the vibration of a solution is entirely different than the vibration of a problem. You'll know that the vibration of a question is a very different vibration than that of an answer. And you'll be tuned with the solutions. You'll be tuned with the well-being. You'll be tuned to the frequency of all of the things that you're wanting. And once you're tuned there, then as the vortex moves into your grid, the path just unfolds for you. Esther has been playing, maybe you have been too, a really fun game on her iPad called Flow. What a good name for a game. That's a bunch of colored dots. It gets harder and harder and harder and harder. She's on 12 by 12s now, which means there's a whole bunch of different colored dots. And the objective of the game is to find a pathway from the white one to the white one, and from the pink one to the pink one, and from the brown one to the brown one. And there is a way to do it. It just looks impossible at first, because this guy gets in this way, and this guy gets in this way, and this guy gets in this way, and this guy gets in this way. So she is laying in the bed last night. She is thinking, I know that this is possible, but this is confounding. There's no way. I can't. She worked on it for 2 hours. She's a very busy girl. And then she thought, now wait a minute, what do I know? This mess of colored dots is like the vortex. All of the cooperative components have already been assembled. Somebody already knows the route to all of this. It is doable. It is done. It has been done. Just like what's in the vortex is done. It's done. It's done. So what I'm reaching for is the inspiration to make it a manifestation. So she was in her bed, feeling the base, the general clarity of the knowledge that she holds. I know that what's in the vortex is done. It's done. It's just a matter of revealing itself to me. Or better said, it's just a matter of me putting myself in a place where it can be revealed to me. If she's lying there in her bed and saying, this is impossible, this can't be done, whoever created this puzzle has done it to make me a crazy person. There's no possible way. She's not going to find the path, by the way, the path of least resistance. But once she remembered, it's done. It's simple. All I have to do is wait for the inspiration. Suddenly she looked at it. She knew that one went there, and 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 that one went blah. And she lay there with a big smile on her face, and she thought, this stuff really works. It works with everything. You can get from where you are to where you want to be no matter what, as long as you know that vibrationally speaking, it is already done. And the only reason that you're not living it yet is because you're not vibrationally up to speed with the doneness of it. And usually the reason that you're not vibrationally up to speed with the doneness of it is because you're standing over there in the absence of it, and your vibration, your attention is all upon the, it isn't done. I don't know the way. But when you stop doing that, and you remember that it is done, and you remember that you are a viable receiver for the information that you need about anything in the world, there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. There are no exceptions to that. If this time-space reality has the wherewithal to inspire within you a desire for something, it has the wherewithal to deliver it to you. But you have to be the seer of it. You have to be the translator of it. You have to be the perceiver of it. You have to be the realizer of it, which means you got to get your frequency up there where it is, and then it'll be simple, just like it is for those people and those people and those people and those people that you've been mad at for a very long time. Good time for a segment of refreshment. Let's take 20 minutes. Woo!